Hello, wine-drinking people. And that's right, it's time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday and in the store. We kind of left off, I think, in March or April, somewhere around there with these tastings in the store. We just got busy with our once-in-a-lifetime events and everything else we have going on here. So I apologize to those of you suppliers that came by and tasted me on stuff. I don't know if we'll ever get around to those reviews, but I figure we should start with the things that are fresh and current and that we have just tasted in the store, so you, our wine-drinking people, can buy them if you think the review sounds interesting. We start out this segment with wines from Paul Hobbs Imports, and Paul Hobbs, a very famous California vintner, went down to Mendoza, fell in love with the wines of Argentina, works with Chile, some wineries in Chile also, and used to work in Hungary and several other places in the world. Paul, one of the top consulting winemakers around the globe today, and he's got an import company. He brings in some small producers like this Pulenta estate that we had on this day. We had the Sauvignon Blanc, and hey, we've got this producer, the winemaker, in town at the end of this month for a dinner on the 27th, I believe it is, but it's on the calendar. Check it out if you're interested in Pulenta estate wines. We've got some great stuff here. We just reviewed the 2011 vintage, fresh baled hay, some earthy aromas to that melon and sea salt kind of nuance on the nose. These people came to Mendoza in the 20s. They were the original owners of Trapiche Winery, and they founded this label 10 years ago after they sold that and made their millions. And Paul makes the Pinot Noir with them, but not as a consultant on this project here. Okay, well, this wine, 500 hectares between Luján de Cuyo and Agrelo, and all the vineyards are over 3,000 feet. Very important in this area because you get that lovely freshness from that high altitude. And this wine has lovely, fresh and lively fruit on the palate. Tart white grapefruit savoriness on the finish with some melon and sea salt nuance showing at the end there as well. Leaves the tongue salivating for food. Very good stuff. $15. Some really good value in that Sauvignon Blanc category. And Torrentes, even. I'm coming to like some of them. All right, the Pulenta Estate Chardonnay from Agrelo up next. This one had a lovely fresh apple and peach fruit on the nose, a hint of freshly buttered toast with a touch of vanilla spice there as well. Most of the fruit from this property is sold, by the way. They only use a small portion for their own wines. Nice creamy texture on the tongue with a little lemon drop candy-like fruit. Touch of that oak spice showing along the finish. Really good freshness, very good stuff. Again, $15, a nice value here. The Bodega La Flor Malbec. This is 100% varietal. This is kind of their entry-level label, La Flor. Really fresh and fruity style of wine. Bright blackberry fruit, notes of violet floral note. Really pleasant. That blackberry fruit showing on the tongue with soft tannins. Light but pleasant, and again, very fresh, very good little wine for $15. And then the Malbec Alto Agrelo, definitely a step up here. More elegant styled Malbec, 100% varietal from Luján de Cuyo. Very dark berry fruit in the nose, bittersweet chocolate, fresh plowed black earth, thick and chewy on the palate, lots of ripe jammy fruit, but a nice savory finish to this wine. Dark chocolate and earth showing at the end. Excellent juice at $28. The Felino Vina Cobos. This is Paul's label here from Mendoza. He has changed the labeling around a little bit with this, but the Felino is now the line at his entry level. So this is a lovely red berry and cherry fruit on the nose, currant fruit rather, with notes of milk chocolate, sweet herbs. Half of this is sourced from Marcarini Vineyard. This is the wine he makes his very top, most expensive wine from. Most heralded wines at other sites from the Maypo. A soft and fruity wine with a touch of Syrah, but mostly Cabernet. Changes a bit every year, this wine, but 90% varietal here. Easy drinking Cabernet, really nice finish. Very good wine for $19. The Bramaire is his next level up from Vina Cobos. This is Luján de Cuyo juice. Thick cassis and currant berry fruit showing. Really lovely thickness and richness on this wine. Intense bouquet, dark soy, cocoa spice, licorice, big and chewy on the tongue. Layers of that dark spice and earth showing on the finish. And still lovely freshness for how big this wine is. Excellent juice. And that is what we had to drink with our friends from Paul Hobbs Imports. Craig, thank you very much for stopping by. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.